Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. I spawn on the left side as the blue British player. We have Top Gaming going for Lieutenant and Pack Up. Spawning as his teammate as the British forces. We have, I can still not pronounce his name, Svenska Krigsmakten. Spawn on the north side as the Wehrmacht player. We have Assassinesoldier. And as his teammate as the Panzer Elite player, we have Emitter. Where do people get these names? Scope rifles going both, pushing forward, eyeing for their future HQ locations, eyeing to capture this fuel point here.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Let's get on with it, lads.
This scope rifles go out eyeing for this munitions point here, so both of them going to eye some forward HQs, perhaps this fuel point and that munitions point. Personally, I'll probably go for this munitions point over this fuel point here. Looks like got the speed governor upgrade as well. He wants to make sure that place is secured up nice and quick. Over here, we got the lieutenant capturing up the munitions point. It will be out of supply from both players. And we're backing on up. We'll be storing some of these fence lines in order to get a better deployment location. Pioneers captured this strategic point, but won't accomplish all too much. Shimwagen has been deployed out as well. And this truck is slowly crawling forward, perhaps eyeing for this munitions point here.
Secure the area, gents. We don't want Jerry dropping in.
Fuel point has been captured. He may be eyeing for a Stuart rush since he got locked down the fuel point as well. Or a lot of Bren carriers. That's an unusual thing to say. Scope rifles may need to fall back relatively soon because they're getting way outnumbered, but they're doing a good job distracting their opponents. Holding out for another intersection to pop forward. We've got this one here deploying out mortar emplacement. Scope rifles do fall back in time. How long they're in the game before they have to stop talking in micro? I suppose this is right about the time. This intersection's not getting reinforced. He needs to get back closer to that truck to get reinforced. Oh, no, he is getting reinforced. Since I don't have him selected as a player, I can't see the actual build queue. That's my bad. Decided to do a retreat back action. He decides to pack up his HQ command truck so he can get that unit out of there. This one, however, is now out of sector, so he's going to be crawling away. He's resetting it up now, which will take a bit of time. As well as if he starts dropping models, it will be a bit of time before he gets actually reinforcements. As right now, this area is going to be overran, and this guy is may need to retreat back in the same manner. Does use suppressive fire ability there now. Does retreat back in order to recover suppression. Does retreat back to right there. A very long distance, and sure, indeed. The other guy can retreat back to over the sector. Mortar emplacement is receiving some fire, but now we've got his teammates' intersections moving his way forward. This intersection will go ahead and perhaps eventually win out, but he has sustained a lot of losses. Intersection here may need to fall back. He does fall back to Panzer Grenadier now, as these forces do get forced back thanks to the MG42 in the region. We do got the MMG carrier upgrade for the Bren carrier.
One of our munition stores.
And some good suppression there onto that Panzer Grenadier. Scope rifle is going to be trying to pursue the Panzer Grenadier. And we've got this Panzer Grenadier getting suppressed by the MMG carrier. Mortar emplacement may need to eye for a mortar barrage on top of this MG team. I heard a sniper. That may have been just the scope rifles, because I suppose the bear multiplier actually does have a sniper. I forgot that we're not having two Panzer Elite. It's two Brits, not two Panzer Elite. Field support truck now being deployed out by Blue. Asking which doctrines. He's going for Royal Artillery, which could free him to go for other things. Commandos is a selection.
Supply lines upgrade. Territory cover fortified.
MMG carrier has received quite a bit of fire, is forced to fall back, suppressing only one of the squads. And these forces are captured at that point. I wonder if he's pinged somewhere. Only one truck for green right now. And he does use the repair ability on the Bren carrier, trying to back him away. Bren carrier is receiving a bit of fire there. And now is able to start firing in return. Does get back to the heavy cover there, but they're a little bit exposed. Over here, we've got the Lieutenant and the Bren gun making their advance. Perhaps maybe a slit trench right here wouldn't be half bad. Grenadiers do fall back. And looks like the NMG carrier may actually fully go down there. Try to go for repair ability once again, but it's unsuccessful. The G43 squad does finish him off. We got the intersection squad falling on back with the sniper skirting around, getting 5 kills so far. And he's trying to capture up that MG42, unsuccessful, however. Captain has been deployed on out. And his HQ command trunk is on this very long munition sector here. You could push it a little bit farther forward if he wants to push it forward. Steward into Sapper. And now we've got some multiple slit trenches being deployed on out. I'll use a slit trench. The Wehrmacht sniper is currently at 6 kills. He does get inside the slit trench in time. That would be a very good hardpoint, but the sniper is in range. Sniper lining up a shot and rolls a miss. He may be actually hitting the slit trench itself. I don't think it's got a single hit so far. Those trenches are just, in my opinion, overpowered. T2 starts to make its way forward. And we've got the Steward taken out on the field. This could be a great time for a canister round. It does, but with the heavy cover there, it absorbed they didn't take a whole lot of damage. Steward pushes its way forward. We've got the armor car. Getting some good hits there onto the infantry section. Steward's still engaging at close range. There's no Panzerx in the region. There may be some upgrading on these squads. He does have Camp Group Company in the Panzerjäger Company. And we do have a radio net being deployed out right there.
A victory point is being overrun.
If he deploys out some commandos up north like a glider, he will be able to get a great spot for the triangulation. Getting one on the bottom left is not going to be a huge problem. We do have a 25 pounder now being deployed on out. He's the one that's gone for Royal Artillery. He said he will.
QM's just distributed supercharged rounds to the arty line.
Speaking of which, supercharged rounds are now available. So we know what doctrines they've gone for. Let's switch over to the Wehrmacht player, which has an unknown doctrine. Oh, that's the Panzer player. The Wehrmacht player has gone for Blitzkrieg, and he can and has deployed out stormtroopers. Stuart starts to make his way forward. And does roll some misses there. Stuart has a lot of opportunity to constantly engage. We do have a Kettengrad right here. And it looks like another radio triangulation is right here. So next up, you may need to get glider deployed on top on the northern area to get the last radio triangulation. But we do actually have the last one over here. So it's a poor triangulation net. Switch over the Panzer League player because it's the one doctrine we don't know just yet. He's likely going for Scorched Earth. And there's no music playing. Let's switch over back to one of the Brits. Yeah, that radio net is horrendous. Look at that triangle. It's only covering his own sectors. He does lose that one there. He may self-destruct it. And there you go. He's self-destructing it to put it over here. Sapper squad does fall back away from the MP40 squad. We also got Veteran C1 support infantry here. PS squad does fall back there. Interceptors are making their way forward. Left hand is quite wounded as the... And also a bit exposed. The 2-2 could quickly take him out. Oh, it looks like the commando player is lagging a little bit. Captain's taking some pot shots with his revolvers. Maybe we could... Actually... Nope, that's not a Brit Force unit, not a...
Arty lads have received their decoy smoke.
Not a, what's it called? Panzer Grenadier, because I thought the captain actually got a kill. Armor command trucks now available. Let's keep the commando player selected since we can... So we can tell the difference between the decoy barrage and the regular barrage. Stu has employed an out and being supported by some Panzer stormtroopers. Stu does roll a miss there. Looks like that's a decoy barrage. If spotting that may give them an alert idea that they're fighting against commandos, so they may have to be aware of now radio triangulation. A lot of people actually don't go for radio triangulation. It's supposed to start making their way forward, skirmishing around. Do have some hits right here. It looks like the 25-pounders are raiding on in the sector, and I may have the 25-pounder selected while switching players. Light ATF track may go down to the 25-pounder. P8s could rush in forward, try to take them out. The lieutenant and the captain do not have Veteran C1, so can't do any heroic charge or anything of that sort. These forces start to make their advance. P8s will make sure to stay on the way back. Light ATF track does manage to escape on out of there. Over here, got some pioneers advancing, including the MP40 squad. MP40 squad received good hits there by the P8s. And now we've got, I think that's officer artillery raiding on in that one, along with the button. No, that's an actual 25-pounder barrage from the commando doctrine. Pack 38 does roll a miss there as the Stuart starts making its advance. Good hit there onto the armored car. Cromwell has a fly on the field. No unusual item to see, but I do like it at this point in time. He has some good hits there on the Stu and on the infantry. Pack 38 does find a hit, however. Fires a shot down the Brent guns, rolls a miss. Cromwell's forced to fall away from the Pack 38. You got the support command. We got also have a Hetzer, so he's gone for Tank Hunter. So not Scorched Earth. That would make it so that the Brits have unlimited artillery, basically. without any fear of retaliation. Staghound has boarded out to support the
German
steward.
targets have been knocked out.
Scope rifles making their way forward. They may get some damage there. He has pushed forward with the radio triangulation right there. The Shimbock is getting some good hits there onto these scope rifles. So I'm laying down some split trenches right there. Shimbogen will get overran, but may not go down.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Because I got a commando barrage right there, getting some great hits. I'm not sure what they took out. Maybe the Pack 38. Stu and 222 start making their advance over here. The Stu has free reign over this region.
Yeah, they have 300 points remaining.
Pack 38 starting to set on up, trying to get engagement in. We do have 70-pounder now deployed on out, which be helpful engaging these forces. Rolling some misses there on the Pack 38s,
Germans
not
are
a
after
flak
one of our
88.
munitions depots.
Lieutenant charging way too far forward. He's trying to go for some artillery, but completely failed. Down south, we do have Cromwell's being supported by the command tank. Unusual thing to see, but this could be quite good. There's nothing. There is a head start. There's a light ATF track, so it could go badly. Stormtroopers here as well, and a Wehrmacht landmine.
We are losing a strategic sector.
These guys have not been overhealed either. Heads are finding some good hits there. Light ATF track rolls a miss. He's lighting up a crit shot now. Nope, he's not. 70-pounders in the region. Command tank may absorb a shot or two. 70-pounder rolls a miss there. Staghounds make his advance. Does receive a Pack 38 shot. Staghound will need to fall back. Prone to being wiped, fully immobilized, and goes down to the AT Hetzer. Scope rifles, maybe get a designated marksman shot off there, but we've got the MP40 Volks in the region. The Pioneers managed to do a good job holding the line thanks to the one level of veterancy as well. Scope rifles gets fully pinned there by the MG42 and may get fully wiped by there by the MP40 Volks.
Down to 200 points.
He's going to hop inside the garrison now, and he's just going to run on bat. Both Grenadier will need to fall back. We've got the Stormtroopers pushed away very far forward. Try to go for cancer around there. Stormtroopers try and camouflage in, try to take out some 25-pounders, but they were unsuccessful. They may go down to this Cromwell. There is a landmine there, which could be detonated as well. Stormtroopers do go down. Landmine untouched. Got a split trench here. The lieutenant is backing away. We may see some Cindy grenades. And now we've got decoy barrage now raining on in. Lieutenant will need to fall back sooner rather than later, severely wounded. Throws incendiary grenade into the slit trench, does get it scuttled and falls back now. Scope rifles will manage to fall back in time as well, did not get wiped. Oh, and that's a sector overwatch by the 25-pounder. Patrick does a good hit there onto the Firefly, and got a direct hit there from, I think, from the captain's officer artillery. Firefly receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Oh, and there goes Sapper, and nearly... How many Warfamins is that? Was that 4? 3 Warfamins? We got 1, 2 Warfamin. Looks like that was just all 2 Warfamin. Good hits there, that's for sure. Didn't get the kill there on the Firefly, but got the kill on the Sapper and the 17 pounder. Stewart does receive a deadly hit there. We do got another Firefly, so both the birds are pulling out Fireflies. And he has 2 Fireflies and still has his 2 Cromwells as well. Stewart does go down there. The command tank is here to support this Firefly. The Cromwells are now charging forward. We'll find these forces. Only 180 on the region. Split his fire as well. The Warfamins could go down. Now we've got an actual decoy barrage and an actual regular barrage. 25 pounders running on in, and does get directed there with the barrage, actual barrage. Light track does get a rear armor hit there. Maybe going for a crit shot. Does roll a miss there. And getting some just rear armor hits there. Hetzer getting some good hits. And does take out the Cromwell right there. Firefly, however, may get the kill down Hetzer. The scope rifles are spotting the landmine that's underneath their feet. It shreds. Cromwell's still alive here, trying to get the Warfamins. There's 2 pan trucks in this region as well. Firefly gets some hits there onto the Stew. ATS is trying to charge him forward, does take out 1 of the Warfamins. Enough, he's bringing a decoy barrage and a regular barrage there. This could be the regular barrage. Stew does go down. Hetzer maybe next. Cromwell gets make undestroyed. Goes down. Looks like one of the players maybe lagged out. Could be completely out of game.
RAF has made glider troop drops available to us.
Gliders has been deployed out somewhere. Command tank receiving some hits that may be actual back out of the game. That's the Panzer Elite player. And there is actually the glider and getting some great hits there. Does take out the glider there, so no extra commandos. Finds the landmine there with the... No, destroys the landmine there with the scope rifles. And picks himself up MG42. And looks like the Panzer Elite player has backed out of the game. Or, no, the Wehrmacht player. The other player has backed out of the game now as well. So that is the end of the game. Oh, and that's the end of the game. There's Angrade saying, thank you for watching. Oh, they are down to 1 tick as well. Did they lose by VPs or by them back in the game? Either way, this Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.